I'm going to be buying one subwoofer. However many likes this video gets within the first 24 hours is the minimum power rating that subwoofer is allowed to be. Okay, so I said ages ago that I was getting rid of the 18s, and it's probably been a year or so now, and they are finally supposed to be getting picked up today. As you can see, they're out in the garage. They're on some carpet little stands I've made ages ago for carting things around the garage just so I don't scratch the boxes, and they're going to be picked up tonight while I will be actually at work. So I've set this up out here. It's just one of my dad's bass amps. It's going to be pushing about 200 watts to them. Basically just plug straight into an iPad so I can press the song I want. I don't know what's up with the iPad. Apple products. And then have the master volume, and then basically just give them 100 watts or so, and as you can hear, they are playing. Yes, it's full range, but it still does have like a sort of EQ on the front, so I have turned everything all the way down, turned the lows up a bit. I know it's not ideal, but at least we'll get some sort of indication across to the guy that's driving 12 hours to come and pick these things up that they actually work, because there's no way he wasn't going to walk away without a little demo. So they're on about 100 watts. And everything out here is rattling. But yeah, the 18s are going. Let's see what comes in the future.
I know you well, I know your smell. I've been addicted to you. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
So yes, I am not leaving the audio community behind. I'm not going away from YouTube. I'm not stopping making videos. I'm just spicing my system up, getting rid of extremely overkill 18s, and replacing it with something more suitable for my needs and this room and the location and everything else like that. However, I will say I do have future plans that perhaps if I move house and I get a bigger room or I get a shed to myself or something, sure, I'll go nuts and build a massive audio system again. However, at this place and this location, I have neighbors. Wow, that is overexposed. I have neighbors there. I have neighbors really close by in like every direction. So it is extremely impossible of me to go and build an extremely excessive system like I had and be able to turn it up past about any volume. So what I'm going to be doing is going for a sort of loud setup, but a very good sounding loud setup. It's not going to be the Beamers. The Beamers are got to go. I'm sorry, but the Beamers have got to go. I'm not going to spoil too much because I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger as to what's happening, but just know it's going to be good. It's going to be loud, there's going to be deep bass, subs are going to be moving inches, and there is going to be a good system, and I'm going to have an open mind as to with this subwoofer have the capability of then later on adding a second one if I feel as though I need to. I don't really want to spoil it, but trust me, I have some really sick plans and build videos going to be coming in the near future. It's just at the moment I am trying my absolute hardest to pay my car off as quickly as I possibly can, so I can then focus on starting to do other things with my money, except for it all just going straight into my car. So as far as that, that's why the 18s are gone, and they're extremely overkill, and they're extremely unnecessary, and they're extremely unpractical because they didn't sound amazing. They sounded good, they sounded very good, but they didn't sound amazing because they didn't play below 30 Hertz properly. But I couldn't turn them half as loud as they can go, so why not get a subwoofer that can go as loud as I possibly can push it, but it also digs down into the mid to low teens. What a good idea. Why did I not do this earlier? So trust me, there is going to be a pretty sick system still coming in the future, and that's that. I'm going to make hints in every single video too as to the subwoofer I'm planning on choosing. At the moment, I've got a rough estimate as to how many likes this video will get in sense of what subwoofer I will be choosing. And if that is the case, obviously I do have a maximum as well. Like if this video goes 100% viral in the first day and I have to choose a 1,000, 2, 3, 4,000 watt subwoofer. I can't physically do that because it's going to break the bank a ridiculous amount. So I do have a set maximum, which will also probably upgrade the woofer size. I do have one in mind that I plan on doing, but if it gets to the maximum, which I'm not going to mention the number, I'll have to upgrade the woofer size to one size bigger than I was planning on doing. But that's that. The trios will be staying. I probably won't be using them in this system, but I'm not getting rid of the trios. Someone commented that I was. I'm not. The trios have a place in my heart. I understand people think that the 18s were what got my channel to where it is at this given stage. Right now, the 18s are where they got me to. Without the trios, my channel will have never started. Without the trios, I will have never started a YouTube channel. I will have never bought the 18s. I would never have got to this given stage if it wasn't for the trios, and I'll leave it at that. As far as it goes though, the trios will stay in the cupboard, and I have plans to definitely be using them in the future. They're amazing subs. I just can't use them where we are now, but when we move house or whatever, and I get a shed or a garage to myself, trust me, those trio subs will be in there and they will be kicking ass daily, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. Basically, I'm sorry that they had to go. They were unpractical, they were overkill, they were too loud, they didn't sound as good as they could, but if I was to draw it as a graph. Okay, so this right here is the graph comparing the 18s versus what I plan to have for the future. This line right here is as loud as I can possibly turn it in the area that I'm in at the moment. The 18s were starting here. For high frequencies, maybe, let's do 80 Hertz, 60 Hertz, 40 Hertz, 20 Hertz. The 18s were going as loud as I possibly can until about here, and then they just dropped like that. The 18s were extremely just way too loud, and then the moment they got to that sort of 30-ish Hertz here, there was dead silence, there was nothing. The plans for the future build, however, is to stick around this line perfectly. The aim of the future build is to stick probably just above it so I have headroom, and just have a line like that, where I'm still getting more than I could ever need, but I've got perfect, even more than I can ever need, right down to frequencies that I can't hear, but we're just going to be seeing subwoofers moving an absolute shit ton, hopefully about an inch or so. The future build will be extremely in-depth. I will make sure in all the videos about my future build, I will go into complete and utter detail as to why I'm choosing everything, how it's hooked up, how everything works, and I'll make sure that I make the videos to the best of my possible ability so you guys can get an amazing video on how I'm doing it, what I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, and give you full builds, give you specs, give you measurements, give you absolutely everything you possibly need to know how to do this yourself. I will be stepping up my video game as much as I possibly can, like I've been trying to over the last few months ever since I bought the 80D, and try and make the best possible videos for you guys. I understand the 18's gone as a bit of a disappointment, but trust me, the 18s were just the beginning. The plans for this channel far outweigh what the 18s could ever do, so hopefully you guys can stick around through this, and hopefully in the near future this system is going to be absolutely amazing, and I'm going to have my channel just the quality step up that much, it's unbelievable. That being said, like the video if you're keen for the new plans. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because you're looking forward to these new plans. Trust me, this is just the beginning. The 18s were a start. Now, let's kick this channel off and go somewhere new.